Our next question, the city has long studied the idea of a $500 million trolley system in Riverside. To date has spent about $450,000 on a study. Do you believe that the trolley system is a good idea? And if so, where should City Hall get the money for it? We're going to start with Ms. Martinez.
No, I don't believe that's a good idea. We are talking about the lack of funds, and for us to invest money on something like this, it's just not wise. So I am not for it at all.
Mr. Davis?
The trolley is a dead issue in my view, and it's dead on arrival. We spent $500,000 of taxpayers' money just studying something that our fathers' fathers actually had. There is no place at this point in time in Riverside for such. We need to look at alternative transportations. We need to be progressive, looking forward rather than looking from behind. The actual cost of this to the citizens will be about $1 billion, and that is a matter of fact. In addition to that, you will see subsidies on an ongoing basis of 40% or 60% of not only operation and maintenance costs in order for you to even have such an idea. The cost of us to be doing any kind of inverse or even combinations in order to get the trolley to work will be incredible. The cost of right-of-ways and so forth, it will not work under the structure we have. That is, again, a thing of the past. It is not a thing of the future. A trolley idea is poor planning and it's poor policy.
Mr. Bailey.
It's not the right time for the trolley. It's actually called the streetcar in Riverside, whereas 50 other cities, our size even, across the country are looking into us as an economic development engine. Tucson, for example, has taken a $250 million public investment, and the return on the investment is $1 billion. His facts, I'd like to hear more about his facts, because it's not $1 billion trolley system. It could be as little as $5 million a mile. Some cities have invested $5 million a mile towards this end. It was an idea that was floated 4 years ago in the initial campaign for a transportation infrastructure system and network connected to the buses that would facilitate more than 50,000 college students staying in our city. We talk about the brain drain. We talk about bridging the divide between UCR, 22,000 students going to 25,000 students, and Cal Baptist, 8,000 students going to 10,000 students. How do we get them involved in the life of the city? And this was an answer to that. It's a long-run idea, long-term idea for public investment in infrastructure, not just in transportation, which public transportation is growing by double digits in terms of percentages, more than 10% increase in public transportation, meaning buses right now. And don't we deserve more choices than buses? Don't we deserve more choices? That's what the American people want. They want more transportation choices across their city.
Ms. Melendez.
It's not the time for the streetcar project right now. I think we need to collaborate with current transportation agencies, Riverside Transit agencies and others to enhance the services that they already offer. We need some additional routes to venues where folks want to go. We need to go to shopping. We need to go to the Galleria. We need to go to the Plaza. We need to go to entertainment. We need to go to our sports fields where folks can go and run and walk and hike. So we need additional lines of transportation, but we need to work collaboratively with Riverside Transit agencies and others in town to make that happen at little or no cost to the city.
Okay, Ms. Moreno.
Unequivocally, no. This was your idea, Mr. Bailey, and it was an idea that we cannot afford. And the thing is that our last mayor brought us the Renaissance, and Mayor Bailey's grand idea was the trolley. We cannot afford these grand ideas. We couldn't even afford the Renaissance. We are in a $2 billion debt because of that. And I don't realize or know how we are going to get out of this. And I don't even think that the budget cuts that they're projecting is even going to be enough. And in order to look at this, you have to look at how this happened and what happened in the last 10 years that got us to this point. And when you look at the overspending, the cost overruns, the $3 million cafe at City Hall, the Orange Crest, Paul Davis's community center, they built a coffee shop that had a $10,000 cappuccino machine that they don't even use. It's just sitting there. I mean, what they did, they wanted a grand
Your time is up.
light fixture for the convention center. I mean, it was incredible what they were doing and what they were spending.
Thank you. We're going to go to a lightning round where we're seeking yes, no answers. If you need to, you can have a one-sentence response. First question, do you believe the Renaissance was a mistake? We're going to start with Mr. Davis.
No, I don't believe the Renaissance was a mistake at all. I believe the mistake was the cost overruns.
Mr. Bailey.
No, that $1.6 billion investment has then encouraged private investment to the tune of more than $1 billion.
Ms. Melendez.
It was not a mistake, but the failure to plan for deferred maintenance was.
Ms. Moreno.
It was absolutely 100% a mistake because the taxpayers of Riverside cannot afford it, and we are going to suffer right now. We exchanged public safety for the Renaissance.
Ms. Martinez.
No, it was not a mistake, but the organization of it was.
Okay, next question. Do you support Measure A, which would shift some prosecutorial power from the county district attorney to City Hall? Yes, no. Mr. Bailey?
No, I do not support Measure A as is right now, although I am on the ballot explaining it to the public as the charter calls me to do. I think it would have been better served if it was on the Charter Review Commission and vetted through them.
Okay, Ms. Melendez?
No, I do not support Measure A. It totally circumvents the city charter. It was a rush to the ballot.
Ms. Moreno?
No, I don't support this at all.
Ms. Martinez?
No, I feel we don't have the right information of it, or it was rushed. It just was thrown in there, so no.
Mr. Davis?
No, I voted no, will continue to no, and for the mayor to make that statement is a complete cop-out.
I think so too.
Jeez.
Mr. Bailey, would you like to respond?
That's the role of the mayor, is to inform the public of any policy
Then why
that
didn't
is
you veto
changing.
it? Why didn't you veto it?
You know,
Because you don't have what it takes to do it.
Looking
That's why.
back right now with all the information that we have, with the conflict between the district attorney and the city attorney's office, yes,
That is not
I
leadership.
would have.
That's a cop-out.
So new information, you wouldn't change your mind. You have never changed your mind when you've had new information in front of you.
Not on this issue.
What about your store up in Moreno Valley?
What do
Didn't you
Rio
change?
Valley?
Didn't you change your mind in your business?
Yeah,
to
I sold
downsize.
my store and made a
Okay.
profit.
So you
Of
changed your mind.
$600,000.
You made a
Mr.
decision.
Davis?
I made a
Executive
business
decision.
decision.
Mr.
Okay, there you
Davis?
go. You changed your mind.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
What about the proposed benefits of the transfer of misdemeanor prosecutions to the city attorney, increased prosecutions?
Well, there could be benefits to the city and to the residents on a quality of life basis, on a micro basis. However, we did not have the proper planning or outreach to make sure that
Aside from planning or outreach, what about the proposed benefits?
I think in concept, it's worked in 8 other cities across the state. It could possibly and most likely would work in this city.
What about proposed benefits? Could they work, yes or no? Mr. Bailey?
Yes, I totally agree. That's why we hired the city attorney, is to bring this idea and concept, and the council fully supported that initially, until we got into a political fight and debate with the district attorney and the county.
Ms. Melendez?
Yes, it could, but there was a chance missed here to collaborate with the district attorney's office.
Ms. Moreno?
I do think that at some point it could work, but it needed to be vetted with the community first.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes, I believe it does work.
Last question, very quickly. Would you use the mayor's veto power? Yes or no? No follow-up. Ms. Melendez?
Yes.
Ms. Moreno?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mr. Bailey?
Yes, as I mentioned before.
I want to congratulate the candidates on an outstanding job. At this time,